Hello everybody, welcome back, youtube.com/geekaloud for another Let's Install. Today it is a Plague Tale Requiem and we're adding it to our library as of course this month, January 2024, it has been included as the monthly PlayStation Plus download game. So absolutely add it to your library. You don't necessarily have to download it today, but I encourage you to do it. If you add a Plague Tale Requiem to your library today, also make sure you grab Evil West. Go ahead and add that to your library. We're not installing it today, we're just adding it to our library. So if we want to play it in future, anytime our PlayStation Plus subscription is active in future, we can of course go back and download and play these games. So make sure you add all 3 games to your library this month, even if you don't plan to play them. And then anytime in future you do wish to play them, they'll be available for you. But of course, today we are doing a Plague Tale Requiem. Let's go ahead and pull up the downloads here so we can say exactly what we're dealing with. Okay, a Plague Tale Requiem, January 2024 is one of monthly included games for the PlayStation Plus service. Subscription is 50.865 gigabytes to fully download a Plague Tale Requiem. Of course, then there's a bit of compression that takes place, but once the download is complete, it will install, do a minor bit of extracting those files that it's downloaded, and installing. And then, as we always do here on the Let's Install series, once the install is complete, we'll jump on into the settings menu, make any recommendations there. Disable motion blur, for example. Maybe look for a performance mode, 60 frames per second if possible. We'll also jump into the accessibility options, see what kind of options they've got in there. Is there motion blur we can disable, that sort of thing? We'll take a look at all that at the end of the video once it's installed. But for now, let's install a Plague Tale Requiem right here, youtube.com/geekaloud. Oh, I should also mention that we do the Gaming Enforcement Agency. It's our weekly, not weekly, it is our video games podcast, however, here on Geek Aloud. And we covered in depth the Plague Tale Requiem when it came out. So if you jump back, maybe 12 months or something at this point on the channel, you'll be able to see Gaming Enforcement Agency gameplay footage we captured as we did it, and a discussion between myself, Bully, and Unky Dunky of our thoughts of the whole series, A Plague Tale. Of course, A Plague Tale Innocence was the first one, but A Plague Tale Requiem, we of course did a deep dive on the channel. That's available previously on the Gaming Enforcement Agency. But for now, let's install A Plague Tale Requiem right here, youtube.com/geekaloud. installed. A Plague Tale Requiem right here, youtube.com/geekaloud. Let's boot it on up now, dive into that main menu and see what settings we recommend changing. All right, here we are now at a Plague Tale Requiem's main menu. Let's jump open the settings, see what we've got. I'm gonna go into audio now, and I'm just gonna grab the master volume and turn it off completely, because that, well, maybe I'll just back it down to 10. That's quite an overpowering sound. All right, let's have a look here. Difficulty, whoop, what have I done? Difficulty, normal. I'll leave it just there. Help frequency, normal. Sure. Vibration, full strength, normal. Thank you. Steady camera is set to no. If you're susceptible to motion blur, motion sickness, excuse me, you may want to turn on steady camera, but I'll leave it off. Static background, no. Once again, if you're susceptible to motion blur, motion sickness, enable, I should say, the static background option. It'll help with that. HUD presets, we'll leave that all by default. End user license agreement and telemetry just enables you to send the data back to the developers. If you get stuck on a boss or whatever, they can fix it in a patch. So I always recommend turning telemetry on. All right, gameplay options. What have we got? You can switch the sticks if you so desire, or invert the sticks. You can tweak the sensitivity. Aim assist, I'll leave that as normal. Automatic timed input execution, no. So quick time events. I don't mind entering quick time events, but if you've got arthritis in the fingers, automatic timed input execution may help relieve your arthritis issues. Automatic quick interactions, no, but once again, that could help if you're suffering arthritis. Invisibility, that's not invincibility, invisibility. Invincibility. Activating grants you invincibility against human enemies. Cool. Special interactions, hold, you could turn that to a tap instead. Sprint, hold, that's fine. Aiming, hold, that's fine. Aiming selection is hold. Auto selection, hold. Crafting is hold. I'll leave all those defaults, but you could switch those holds to taps if frequent tapping is a problem for you. Text language English, voice language English, display subtitles, kill it. I find subtitles incredibly distracting, so I always recommend killing those. Here we go, graphics mode. Turn it over to favor performance. You want 60 frames a second if possible. Absolutely switch that. Now brightness, I won't go through it as I've got 2 studio lights, assuming you don't. You should absolutely set up brightness and HDR if it's available for your situation. Now motion blur, no, by default. Yes, leave motion blur disabled. Cherubic apparition, that's like the lens flare effect when you look at a light and you see the ghosts of it in different colors. I say leave it on, I like the look of it. Audio, now can I switch this to headphones? Is perfect for my setup, absolutely set up for yours. 3D audible, no. Mono, no. Speech to vibrations, I'll leave it as no, but that's interesting. And obviously I've dropped the master volume there, but that's just for this install. I don't recommend changing any of the audio defaults. Controller, they've got the perfect map there, and you can remap things if you need to, but that is it for the settings of the Plague Tale Requiem. The only other thing I'll note is that right at the top there, you can see, according to its menu, a Plague Tale Requiem is currently version 01.006.000, and then there's an incredibly long build number after that. So let's boot out now and see if it thinks it is version 1.006 according to its main menu. Let's pull up the particulars and see if it agrees with itself. Yes, it does. A Plague Tale Requiem and Asobo Studio. So winner is you for getting that right. Okay, we can see the correct version number is version 1.006.000, and that is a full and complete install size of 52.12 gigabytes. Thank you very much for watching another Let's Install right here on Geek Aloud. Please check out our gaming enforcement agency to get our full hands-on, in-depth discussion about a Plague Tale Requiem. Short version, 2 massive big thumbs up. It's a phenomenal game. You should definitely play it. And if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you can get it no additional charge. A Plague Tale Requiem, Evil West, and Nobody Saves the World. All available for January 2024's monthly PlayStation Plus games. Thank you very much for watching Geek Aloud. What else can you do with the channel? Like it, subscribe it, you'll never miss it. Oh, that was luck. Hey, that's something. Oh!
donkey.
Cheap donkey.